right, so I'm just going to start the class formally here. Make sure you have your strap near at hand. Welcome to Nourish, everybody. This is your stretching and flexibility class. We're going to start down on the mats today, nice and quiet and easy on the body, and gradually take our stretches up into the seated and then standing position. So for today, we're just going to start laying on our side and doing a quad stretch. Let's just lay down on the mats, doesn't matter which side you choose, cushioning your head in your arm. Bottom leg is extended long. Hips are stacked. Try to pay attention that your hip hasn't come forward here, the one stacked over the other. And let's just kick that top leg back and take a hold of the ankle with the hand. Just lay down into this position. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, squeeze the heel to the hip. If you want, you can wrap a strap around the ankle and just pull with the strap. Sometimes people have shoulder issues, it's much easier. Just hold and squeeze. Or stubby little T-Rex arms makes it hard too. For a moment, we're just gonna do an isometric stretch here. We're gonna press the foot into the hand and resist. Just a little bit of a pressure, push and pull. Now relax the leg and squeeze, and you're going to find a real release in the muscle for doing that. Hug the knee into the chest. Little counter stretch. Take the leg long on top of the other. Just stack them up. We're just going to do a straight up leg lift towards the ceiling. Just being creative here. And lower it back down. This is blade of the foot. Lift and lower. Next lift, I want you to hold, give it a little extra pull, and lower it down. Turn the toes so they're pointing more towards the ceiling, so you're opening up through that hip. And now lift the foot with the toes pointed, and lower down. One more time. Extra little pull at the top. Lower with control. Gonna roll over onto our backs now. Do some things on our back, and then gradually end up on the other side to do the quad stretch. And if I forget, Kevin will remind me. Maybe. Just roll over onto your backs. Knees are bent. Settle the shoulders in. Make sure your shoulders aren't rolled forward. Settle them back. Tuck the chin. Feet are about hip distance apart there. Press through the soles of the feet, lift the hips, and lower the low spine onto the mat. Hug your knees into your chest. Big squeeze. Deep breath in. Exhale and try to roll the tailbone up off the mat just a little bit. Did you double check that my sound was working? Okay, good. Well, let's just rock a little side to side. I always make sure we do this because when I first started taking yoga classes, this was one of my favorite things she did. I was like, oh, this feels so nice. And let's start those big exaggerated circles. Such a good massage for the low back. So knees drop off to the side. Sweep them down so your feet almost touch the ground. Bring the knees up the other side. Knees up to the chest. So slow, exaggerated circles with the knees. Do one more, and then we'll change direction. Bring it around the other direction, same exaggerated motion. Maybe you hear little sounds in your hips or low spine as you're rolling through. Or you feel little tight muscles that you're rolling across and smoothing out. Take a pause. Knees into chest one more time there. And then let's put the feet down close together, side by side. Just going to be opening the knees out to the side into butterfly pose. Don't let your back arch. Tuck your chin. Just for a couple of times, just bring the knees up and controlled lowering to the side. And up and lowering to the side. holding the static stretch. You can even put your hands to the inside of the thighs or the knees for a little extra engagement in the stretch. Don't arch your back while you do this. Bring the knees together. Put your arms out at a T shape. That anchors our shoulders because we're going to be doing what they call windshield wipers. Just lay the knees over to one side and over to the other side. Nice and slow. Back and forth. Let's take a pause there and heading for our bridge float here. For those of you that did strive with us today, this is not that bridge float. This is a sweet one. Feet are about hip distance apart. Let's space them out a little bit. I want you to tuck your shoulder blades underneath your back. So just kind of lift up and just tuck them underneath your back a little bit. Press through the feet. Lift the hips up. Big breath in. Exhale, melt down. On a slow inhale, gradually lift up the hips. Filling the lungs with air so slow and controlled. And then slow, complete exhale, melt back down. Your choice here, we're going to do a little extra stretch in our bridge pose of clasped hands, or do your regular bridge pose. So we've got those shoulders walked underneath the back here, got them tucked back. Inhale, lift up, continue breathing as normal. If you want more engagement, you're going to clasp your hands behind the hips on the mat and press the blades of the hands into the mat. Lift the hips high. Don't hold your breath. You can probably feel this in your sternum. And lower back down, counter stretch, hug the knees to the chest. Roll those shoulders away again. Just a really good deeper stretch of what we're up to here. And we're headed for our sciatica nerve glide here. Knees are bent. Let's bring you're going to have your hand behind the knee on the thigh here. Just going to bring the one knee into the chest and squeeze. Then mostly straighten out the leg. Not too much tension and a little bend in the leg here. You can probably feel the tension running all the way to the hip. Flex the toes and point the toes in this slightly bent position. Bend the knee, squeeze it to the chest, put it down. Same leg again. Knee to chest, mostly straighten the leg, point, flex, point, flex. Knee bent. Got sciatica issues? So good for you. Let that leg go. Headed to the other side. Just a reminder to you that I won't be flexing on this side, but you're probably not looking at me. Hug the knee to the chest. Any amount. Straighten the leg. It's not an intense stretch here. We're not going for a hamstring stretch. Flex and point the toes. This is about the sciatica. Bend the knee. Sciatica is the system, Kevin?
Sciatica is the nerve, sciatica is the
condition. Okay, and foot down. I get them mixed up. Hug the knee. Straighten the leg any amount. Flex and point. Flex and point. And put that leg down, making sure. Okay, so we're rolling over to our other side. Kevin and I are going to change which end of the mat, but you guys don't have to. We're doing that quad stretch on the other side before we go to seated. So laying on your side, head pillowed into your arm. If you're at home, you can always have a little cushion here for yourself instead, be more comfortable. Just kick that foot back, squeeze the heel into the hip. It's an epic stretch. How does that quad feel? You probably feel that in the front of your leg pretty intensely.
shoulders coming up the hill. Quick, everyone lay down.
Press the foot into the hand. Kevin's saying, there's trolls coming over the hill. Everyone lay down quick and hold a leg. Now quit pressing and squeeze. I think he thinks it sounds like the hills of Mordor or something. I don't know very much about that stuff. I don't know very much of it. Hug the knee to the chest. And come on up.
So
Is that wrong? The hills of Mordor? Isn't that where the trolls were?
Oh, you're beautiful.
Obviously, that's funny. We're coming up to child pose here. I'm going to regain control of the class. Okay. I don't know what it is. If it's not the hills of Mordor, please message me a correction on this. And if I'm right...
Well, you're close enough to write that it's beautiful.
Knees wide, feet kissed together. We're going to stay with the purpose of the class.
Sorry, everybody.
And we're just going to sink into child pose to start with. So we're just going to walk the hands forward, lower yourself down to the mat. Don't forget you have options to support the head. Forehead on the mat, tip of the nose on the mat. Are you elevated in your arms? Let's walk the hands back and get the forearms on the mat. Spread the fingers wide. Deep breath in, relax between the shoulders. Consciously choose the parts of your body where you feel tension. Take a breath and calm that muscle, calm that joint. Maybe it's your low back. Maybe the next breath is about your hips, about your jaw, your shoulders. Press your hands into the mat and press yourself back into your hips for a moment and release. Walk your hands back, lift up your gaze. We'll show you and cue you for prayer swipes here. This is taking the right arm out. So we're going back to child pose and the right arm is out and then we're laying our cheek down looking to the right. So find yourself into this pose. Hips back towards heels. Left hand extending to the top of the mat. Right arm straight out from the shoulder and cheek down. Do you feel it in your neck? Take a deep breath. Exhale into the stretch. Take that top hand, walk it back a little bit so you can lift up. We want that elevation. And this hand goes through like thread the needle. And we lay ourselves down looking to the left instead. So see, coming through. If you don't understand, watch again. Coming through, lay the cheek down, lower it down. Sink the hips back. Maybe you went way forward on that. Take a couple of breaths here. This is a really good stretch. Doesn't have to be extreme. You can walk that hand back. Bring your left hand a little closer to your head so you can press and unwind. And we're going to the other side, starting with the extension of the left hand. Lay the cheek down, look to the left. Bring the hips back again to the heel. Sink back. Couple of breaths here. Bring back that extended arm, that right arm, so you can press through. Thread the needle through, lay the cheek down, and then organize your arm, your hips. Lay into that shoulder. Slow, deep breath. Walk the hand back. Unwind, and we're headed to puppy pose. Let's bring the knees underneath the hips with nice aligned feet here. Okay, and then we're just going to bring our forearms down. So elbows are underneath the shoulders and forearms are down on the mat. Tailbone is high. There's a reason we do this in this position as instructors. No, don't. Sink it back a little bit. We're just going to glide from a puppy pose to a modified child pose. Bring it forward. Sink it back. And bring it forward. One more time, just gliding with slow breath. And then we're going to wag the tail because it's all part of the puppy theme here. This is where you tip your hips over to one side and you look over that shoulder and try to see your hip. And then you tip them to the other side. Back and forth. You should feel that nice twist in your spine. Really good for low back issues. Back and forth. Come to a pause. And swing yourselves through to seated pose. We're going to do a seated row.
I feel like I have zero motion in that tail wag.
That tail wag, it's very small, but it's in that lower section of your spine that's really necessary here. So make sure you have your straps near at hand. Knees are bent. We're just going to start with a nice gentle seated row. It's one of my favorite things as we come into seated position to really free up the body here, and that's nice and tall through the shoulders. Make sure you're on your seat bones. Reach it forward, big breath in. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull back. How far you lean back is your choice of engagement of low back. If you're trying to strengthen your low back, just a small lean and gradually feel where you have the right support for the spine as you come back. Okay, this time let's pay attention to the shoulders. So as you come back, bring the elbows behind. You feel the shoulders squeeze? That's an extra detail. Let's do that. Paying attention to that final piece where the elbows come a little bit behind and we squeeze. One more time. Pull it back and come up to neutral. We're going to our hip openers. Got to give myself some space to move here and get a hold of your strap. This set of leg stretch, I'm not sure what Kevin's doing. Here's your strap. This set of leg stretchers is, and hip openers has been such a game changer for me. I have a lot of hip issues and this really helps. Okay, so get a strap in each hand, elbows are wide. Do a check on yourself. Are you back here? Because man, you're gonna work a lot harder than most of us, okay? So reach forward, get your anchor, lift the leg straight up without rocking the upper body and lower down. Lift it up and lower. How does that feel today? You've done a lot of hiking or a lot of riding in a car, you might feel tension there. Just get a feeling for where you're at right now. We're going to hold it static for a moment. So get yourself and not in the extreme where you're like, oh, I can hardly stand this. Back it out a little bit. That's where you're going to hold the stretch instead. People hold stretches in extremes, unless we're doing acrobats and gymnastics and contortionist stuff. That's not what we're doing here. Lower it down. Take both straps into, this is around my right foot, right hand. Nice and low, just open to the side and bring it back. Stay gazing forward. Open to the side. You don't have straps, you can still do everything we're doing. It's just a little less engagement and maybe some things will be a little more difficult actually, more challenging. Lower and open. Now, up to you if you want to have that more use of that, you're just going to lift it up. Get a nice opening to that hip and put it down with control. Bringing it back seems to be the hard part for me. Lift and open. And bring it across. Changing hands. We're going to go for our rotation now. But first we're going to start with a forward fold. Let's lift up. Let's get out of the gravity here. Inhale tall. Bring it forward. Exhale. Float twice forward. Come up, working into those hips, come forward. Anchor with your right, open to the right, nice and tall, and float. And float. Okay, now pressing into that right hand, help bring that leg back around. Float forward. And again. One more time. Open, float, Press and bring it back. Nice and tall. Lift it up. Bring it forward. And again. Okay, holding for a second. Look where you are. Let's take the rounding out of the shoulders. Nice flat back. Keep your head aligned with your spine. Look where you are in your forward fold. Come on up. Strap in each hand. Back to our straight up lift. Holding. Now let's hold it as far up as we can without causing any kind of pain. Follow the leg down to the mat. Very engaged in a forward fold here. Very deep. Take a breath, exhale, hold that stretch. Too much for you? Put a micro bend in your knees and give yourself some relief. Come on up. Let's go to the other side. Strap in each hand. Surround the left foot. Reach forward, take your anchor. Let's lift. This side goes higher than the other. I actually can't tell if that's just an illusion because the leg is shorter, so it looks like it goes higher. But I'll take it as an incredible accomplishment. Lift and lower. One more time. Lift and hold. Back out of it a little bit and hold. Breathing through. If you're almost gasping while you're holding a stretch, you're way too far in a stretch. Lower it down. Why were you doing that? Take both straps into your left hand. And sometimes I anchor here and sometimes I just put a hand inside the knee. It's just nice to have something to hold on to and just nice and low, open to the side. Look at that. That's crazy, isn't it? Bring it back. I want to be Kevin when I grow up. And bring it back.
Yours isn't that good.
Not even close. I'm maybe 90 degrees and you're 87. Oh, don't do it at me. That's rude. All right, slow it down. Lift it higher. Open to the side. Just that little extra height takes time for the hip to respond into that other rotation. And bring it back. Both straps into your right hand. Tall, forward. Inhale, tall. Exhale, forward fold. Press your hand down, anchor, open to the side. Tall and forward. Straighten it out. Push through the hand, bring it back. One more time. In that float. Get up tall. Take it forward. Use the hand to draw yourself into the stretch. Anchor, rotate, float, and float. Final time forward. Nice and tall. Come into your forward fold. Unround your shoulders. Square out your shoulders. Just be in that for a moment. Then come on up. Strap in each hand. Back to where we started. Lift the foot. Holding your big static stretch there. Elbows wide. Breathe through this. Now follow the leg down to the mat. Holding a static stretch here. Micro bend the knees if you need to. It's okay. And come on out. Put your strap aside. I think we're done with, well, maybe when we're standing up, we'll have some time to do some strap work there. Let's come into cross-legged. Doesn't matter which shin's in front. Make sure you're on your seat bones, not on your sacrum. Nice and tall. Take your left hand to your ear and just anchor your right hand on the floor. Let's just lift up that elbow. Open up through the chest and then bring that elbow around, curl it around towards the opposite knee. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring it around. With the breath, nice and slow. Support the head. Don't get too jacked up in the neck while we do this. And come to neutral, gazing forward, other side. So part of this hand on the head part is to try to not get us all cranked up in our neck here. So we just open up, kind of support the head, and then come around into your oblique twist, squeeze. Feel the stretch wrap around your spine and your rib cage. Inhale, up. Exhale, bring it around. One more time. Don't crumple into, the back supporting shoulder. Okay, let's do a seated side bend here. Let's keep our hips grounded. We want to feel those seat bones in the mat here. And then we're just going to put that arm down on the right and come up and over with the left arm. Pull the rib cage on that side. Pull into that side. Don't just drop. Breathing through. Don't hold your breath. Stay on your seat bones or you're a little too far. Let's bring that elbow forward. Just look down at your knee. Inhale, sweep the elbow. Nice soft arm, soft gaze. Up. Exhale, curl around. And swing through. Let's go to the other side. Up and over with the consciousness of pulling on that side body. Pull yourself over. Don't just drop over. Elbow comes forward, look down. Elbow sweeps up. Softly look up. Get that shoulder out of your ear there, that supporting shoulder, and sweep it back around. And come to neutral, knees together. Extend the legs long. Whew, I just feel like I need to sit there for a second, but we're going to bend that right knee. Put the right foot on the ground. Find yourself situated here. Get yourself into a situation. Seat bones into the mat. Nice and tall through the spine, broad through the shoulders. Hold your shin for extra posture support. Bring your head from being hunched forward, bring it up. Align it with the spine, but don't be tight in your neck either. Find your posture, find your balance. Very engaged. Flex the toes on that extended foot and feel the strength in the back of the leg against the mat. Okay, pause. We're coming into rotation here. So we're just going to hold on to the shin with the opposite hand. Reach up with the right. Nice and tall, reach tall and turn. Stay level gaze, broad shoulders. Nice twist to the lower spine. Inhale, tall. Exhale, turn. Draw the shoulders away from the ears and just gently move the chin to soften the neck. Long through the side body. Look forward. Up to you. You can just look forward and back, or you can add the extended leg. Okay, this is an extension of the stretch here. We add a leg stretch to it, but you can just keep looking forward and then look behind. Next stretch going on here, and extend the arm behind if you choose. Look forward, look behind. But wherever you are in this stretch, let's look forward now, and let's bring that foot around, crossing over the other leg and headed for rock the baby. Nice and low, low in the hip. Move through that joint. It's a slow, low motion. Just trying to increase the blood flow to the joint and the glide in the fascia before we ask too much. Can you bring your leg a little closer to upper body? Just lift it up a little bit. Maybe you're just hugging it a little deeper. Maybe you've got your leg into the crick of your arm. That's not me today, and I don't know why, but I'm not going to argue about that. I'm gonna let my body tell me what it needs. Sometimes I can do this, and some days not. You don't have to force an expectation into a stretching class. You just have to do what the body needs. So pause, hug the knee, stop the motion, and just hold the stretch. Too extreme, back out of it a little bit, and then hold your stretch. Have you slumped down a little bit? Let's lift up. Let's tall. And then we're coming into our figure four. Just bring it forward. Bring it down. Slow, deep breath. Come on, upright. Let's bring that knee up. Extend the leg long. Flex the toes. Point the toes. We usually do this standing, but we're going to do it right here. Instead of a balance challenge, flex and point. Feel the back of the legs working, the calf muscles flexing and pumping. Some rotations through the ankles, creating circles with the toes. Make circles, Kevin. There we go. Other direction.
You know, when we do circles, I usually do them opposite to each other instead of...
That's kind of weird, isn't it? I think you have to do it for balance. You have to do opposite. Bend your left knee and put your left foot on the ground. Get yourself situational. Nice and tall. Broaden the shoulders. Expand the chest. Bring your head back in alignment with your spine. Be careful, like this is the look we see quite often in this pose. We don't want that. We want to come on up. Feel really engaged. Hold on to that shin. Reach up with the left and turn. Now you have the posture and the structure in your spine to come into this rotation. Use your anchoring hands to encourage the turn. Use the breath to lengthen the spine. Up, shoulders away from ears. Soften the jaw. Circles with the nose, helping the neck just relax. Gaze forward. Add the leg extension if you choose. Look back. Add the arm extension if you choose. Big stretch. Challenging pose. Look forward. And bring that foot around. And your hand. Don't forget your hand. Bring it all to the front. Let's just rock into that hip. Nice and low. Take a read on this side of the body. I tend to do this really fast if I don't think about it. I have to slow myself down. I'm not sure why. Bring it a little close. Yeah, it's a baby. It needs to be slept. Okay, a little closer to the chest. Maybe putting it to the crick of your elbow. And just rock through that a little tighter to the chest. Pause, hold. Hold the static stretch. Start to teach yourself that when I say static stretch, that's got to be a self-check of, am I too deep to be in a static hold? Not just as far as it can go, but when I say static, say, oh, I have to go back that little bit, that half inch or that inch, to hold a good, effective static stretch. Nice and tall, let's come forward, figure four. Breathing through this. Shoulders come up, foot alongside, extend the leg long. Inhale, tall. We're going to do a forward fold. You can bend your knees if you want, or straight legs. Make your choice. Come into a full forward fold here. So much easier to do on the mat than standing up. And we're going to gradually find our way to standing for the rest of the class today. Just let me grab some water. come to the center of your mat. Feet nice and parallel, underneath the hips. Let's do a posture check here. Let's roll back the shoulders. Find the balance. If you sway a little bit and become aware of your feet, spread out your toes, and then become aware of how much weight is in each foot, can you find center? And pause. Roll back the shoulders. Put the hands to the ears here, and let's pull back the elbows and align the head with the spine. Big breath in. Exhale, lower the hands down to side body. Gonna inhale, reach up. Volcano pose, nice and tall. Exhale, lower the hands. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower it down. We're going to go right to apple picking here. You're going to just reach above the head and then pull that elbow down. Reach and pull. Back and forth. Maybe coming up a little onto your toes. Reaching. Now don't forget about apples. When you grab them, you turn them and then you pick them. Give them a little twist and pull. So get a little wrist involvement, a little forearm involvement in this exercise. And come to a pause. I wasn't sure what that little symbol was. Coming into our side bend here, we're going to do our wrist grab side bend here. Just going to inhale, reach up, take a hold of your right wrist with your left hand. Nice and tall, and then exhale, draw that over to the side. Don't hold your breath. Let's come back up for a moment. Exhale, come over. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. Let that go. Let the arms down. Let's bring the shoulders up to the ears. Clench the fists. Exhale, relax. Draw the shoulders away. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, let that go. Inhale, reach up. Grab a hold of the left wrist. Draw yourself over. Press through the right foot and stabilize lower body. Come on up. Nice and tall. Exhale into your stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let that go and come to neutral. We're going to go to the hips, the knees, the lower body here. This is very simple. Feet are still parallel here. And we're just going to be shifting a straight leg hip back and a knee forward. So this leg straightens, this leg bends, and you get into this hip stretch here. Get yourself situated there. Back leg, well, it's not really back leg. The straight leg has the hip shift back, and then the other one has a knee bend. Straighten, change, bring the other knee forward, shift into the other hip. I just have my hands very lightly on my thigh for posture more than anything else. Let's shift back and forth, almost like a strange walking in place. Knee comes forward. You can just leave a hand on each thigh, just a knee comes forward. A bit of a single ladies dance here. Knee comes forward, hip goes back. We already did our quad stretch as well. Come on up, and we're going to pause, coming into our forward fold. So if it's in your practice to have straight legs on a forward fold, you can absolutely do that right from the get-go. We're going to either come gecko, that's a lizard. Okay, either we're going to be here or all the way to the floor. That's the thing about forward folds. I will cue you for all the options. You make the right choice for yourself. Inhale, reach up. Swan dive down. Let's do bent knees no matter what. Are you coming to the floor or to your thighs? Come into your forward fold. Put your hands down wherever you choose. Knees are bent. Take a breath. Relax the shoulders. Just let the head hang. Straighten the legs out and come into a nice flat top back monkey pose. Bend the knees, forward fold. Draw it up again to monkey pose, flat top back. One last time, down to the floor with bent knees. Roll up to standing. We're going to go back down there, back into straight legs. And then we're going to soften the knees and do ragdoll, where we hold our opposite elbows and just sway. I'll cue you through. Inhale, reach up. See if you can keep your legs straight. Exhale, swan dive down. Legs straight if you can. If you have hamstring issues, bend those knees. Just hang in that forward fold for a minute. Draw the forehead towards the shins. Maybe put your hands on the back of your legs. Now let's soften everything. Bend the knees, grab the opposite elbows, and just sway in ragdoll. Let gravity take the pressure out of your cervical spine. Shoulders roll away and towards the floor. Gradually roll up to standing. Whew, enough of being upside down. Let's go to shoulders for a little bit here, starting with our rotator cuff. So palms are forward, reaching up towards the sky. T-shape, turn the hands, sweep them behind. Okay, go through that as a glide. Turn the hands, palms forward. Turn the hands, back of the hands against the spine. Sweep it through. That's the easy part of our rotator cuff. Well, easy for some of us. Some people have incredible shoulder issues and lots of suffering going on. Okay, take a pause there. We're going to grab a hold of our straps. If you choose, you can still do what we're about to do without a strap. Wide as you can, almost scraping the top of your head. Okay, we're coming into our full rotator cuff situation here. So we're going to put a little bit of tension between the straps, take it up over the head, and see if you can just nudge into that tension right about there. Right about there is where that rotator cuff, mine is way too long. Okay, take it up, nudge into it. Let's not do the full one yet, and come back down. It feels like, when you get here, it feels like there's nowhere else to go, but there is, and you gradually can get confidence and ability to come through that final piece of rotation. Kevin's showing you the back version of that. See if you've got that. Try not to bend your elbows as you're doing this. Kevin says pinching your scapula gives you that rotation. Last one. Bring it forward. Let that go. We just want to keep that as an ability, or start working towards it if you still don't have it. Okay, we're going to make this very simple. We're going to do bird wings without the straps, Kevin. So we're just going to create that bird wing on the right side here. Okay, and then just anchor with the hand on the other side. You can use a strap. If you can't grab your hand, that's when you would use a strap. Draw that elbow back behind so the other elbow comes out. Pull it behind. Now lower left ear to shoulder. Any amount. Yeah, keep your shoulders. I get high in that shoulder all the time. He's cueing me, I'm sure. Tuck the nose down to the left shoulder. Roll back to ear towards left shoulder. Tuck the nose. Roll back to ear. Put your head back on straight, and let's just draw through to the other side. And then lay right ear to shoulder. Ooh, I'm tight on that side. Nose to shoulder. Ear to shoulder. Whichever is your dominant arm and hand is where you're going to feel that tension. Nose to shoulder. Ear to shoulder. Let that go. Let's do some nice big rolling backwards. You can turn back around now, Kevin. Join us. And rolling forwards. And take a pause there. Are you willing to do feet? Oh, I guess we only have a couple minutes left. I'm going to skip that part. Okay. So we're going to come into our squat because that's very important. So we're going to start with our feet parallel into our squat stretch and strength building here. Just bring ourselves nice and upright, hands out in front, lower straight down, any amount. Push through, lift it back up. Lower it down. Now your pace, because you might be going way, way down and taking longer than me. So I'm not going to cue you for where you're going to be. You're just working on your squat. Let's do one more with the straight feet. And come on up. Let's take the feet a little wider and turn the toes out so the knees are tracking outwards. Okay, you can have your hands to heart center, you can have your hands out, you can do, well, I'm going to put hands to heart center here. So first, reaching up, straight legs, hands to heart center, lowering it down into this different squat here. Push through, bring it back up, reach for the sky. Big breath in, exhale, sink down. Come on up. Let's keep the feet to the edges of the mat, straighten out the feet a little bit, and do some nice soft hip circles to loosen up hips and low back. Pop the booty out, hip to the side. All of a sudden, hips come forward, shoulders come back. So get that full motion. I could just stand here and just wiggle. I'm not going to be doing what I'm hoping to out of this stretch. Round and round. Other direction. Come to a pause. Bring the feet underneath the hips here, nice and tall. Inhale wide. Stretch out wide into the T shape. Big breath in. Exhale, curl up. Inhale wide. Exhale, curl it all up. Tuck the chin. Come to neutral spine. That's Nourish. Thank you for joining us for the stretching and flexibility class. I hope you have an amazing day after you've taken care of yourself like this. I did it.
Good job.